కొంచెం దూరం పెట్టాలి కదా. Problematic. Second one will go. Third one will go. One of them will go. Yeah. Yes. It can. Okay. This can go back. This can go a little back. Okay. Yeah, perfect. Hare Krishna. So we all will. Andhra kuda oka mala japam chedamu. Andhra kuda. So ఎవరో దగ్గర కొన్ని మాల తీసుకొచ్చాను మాది. ఎవరో పెద్ద తీయస్తున్నారు అయ్యింది. Somebody can count for me. Finish around there and get my. Yeah, even I finish that. Please. If anybody has, you can. Yeah. So, yeah. We can start whenever. We can start. అందరూ కూర్చోవాలి ఫస్ట్. అందరూ కూర్చోవాలి. కొంచెం కూర్చోండి. మాతాజీ దిక్కు ప్రభుజీ దిక్కు. ప్రభుజీ కూర్చోవచ్చు. మాతాజీ కూర్చోవచ్చు. హరే కృష్ణ. రోజు రండి. మీరు రండి. హరే కృష్ణ. సెటిల్ ఇంకా స్పేస్ ఇన్ బిట్వీన్ నడవడానికి ప్లేస్ లేదు. థ్యాంక్ యూ. ఓకే. సో హరినామం అంత పెద్ద యజ్ఞం ఇంకేమీ లేదు. హరినామం అంత పెద్ద యజ్ఞం ఏం లేదు. ఇంట్లో ఏ కార్యం చేసినా గృహప్రవేశం కంటే ఇంపార్టెంట్ కార్యం హరినామం లేదు. ఈ కలియుగంలో హరినామం అంత గొప్పది ఏది లేదు. ఇక్కడ బ్రహ్మరామ వార్తి మనందరూ పిలిచింది, ప్రభుజీ పిలిచారు, చాలా గ్రేట్. సో మనందరం చేయవలసిన ముఖ్యమైన కార్యం ఏంటంటే మనము ఇక్కడ హరినామం చేయాలి. హరినామం అంటే హరే కృష్ణ మంత్రం చదవాలి. అది 108 సార్లు హరే కృష్ణ మంత్రం చదవడం అంటే దానంత అదృష్టం ఇంకేమీ లేదు ఏంటి కూడా. అట్లాంటి కార్యం ఇంట్లో జరుగుతుంది, కృష్ణుడు ఇల్లు అయిపోతుంది. ఇక్కడ రాధా స్నేహ విహారి అంటే చాలా స్నేహంగా ఉండే కృష్ణుడు ఇక్కడ ఉన్నారు. ఈ మొత్తం 30 కాలనీలో మీరు ఇంట్లో ఉన్నారంటే 30 కాలనీ గుడి లెక్క ఈ ఇల్లు. అవునా? ఇక్కడికి వచ్చి మనం ఏమడిగినా సరే ఆ పనులు జరుగుతాయి. సో అలాంటి విగ్రహాలు ఇక్కడ ఉన్నారు. సో మాతాజీ చాలా దీక్షతో వీళ్ళు సేవ చేస్తున్నది. సో మనందరం కూడా ఒక మాల ఇప్పుడు జపం చేద్దాం. 1 round విల్ చాంట్ టుగెదర్. ఓకే. సో నేను చెప్పే మంత్రం నాతో పాటు నా తర్వాత చెప్పండి. దాని తర్వాత హరే కృష్ణ మంత్రం స్టార్ట్ చేద్దాము. ఇక్కడ ఎవరికి హరే కృష్ణ మంత్రం తెలియదు చేయలేకండి. Who doesn't know హరే కృష్ణ మంత్ర? ఓకే. ఎవరికి తెలుసుతా? మాదే తెలియదు. ఓకే, నైస్. మీకు తెలియదు. నాతో పాటు చెప్పండి. హరే కృష్ణ హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరే 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 రామ హరే రామ 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 హరే హరే. మరొకసారి చెప్తాము. హరే కృష్ణ హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరే 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 రామ హరే రామ 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 హరే హరే. ఈ మంత్రం మనం చదవాలి. ఈ మంత్రం మనం చదవాలి. సో దాని ముందు 2 మంత్రాలు చెప్తాను. దాని తర్వాత ఇది 9గా 108 సార్లు చదువుదాం. నమో విష్ణుపదాయ కృష్ణ పృష్ఠాయ భూతలే శ్రీమతే భక్తి వేదాంత స్వామినితి నామినే నమస్తే సరస్వతీ దేవే గౌరవాణి ప్రచారిణే నిర్విశేష శూన్యవాది పాశ్చాత్య దేశకారిణే जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
రామ రామ హరే హరే.
ఇప్పుడు నైన్త్ అందరూ కలిసి అందరూ చెప్పాలి, అందరూ చెప్పగలరు. ఎవరు కూడా చెప్పుకుంటూ ఆకండి. మీరు ఎంత గట్టిగా చెప్పగలరు మీరు గట్టిగా చెప్పండి. విల్ స్టార్ట్ నౌ. హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరే హరే, హరే రామ 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 హరే హరే, హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరే హరే, హరే రామ 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 హరే హరే, హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరే హరే, హరే రామ 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 హరే హరే, హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరే హరే, హరే రామ 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 హరే హరే, హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరే హరే, హరే రామ 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 హరే హరే, హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరే హరే, హరే రామ 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 హరే హరే, హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరే హరే, హరే రామ 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 హరే హరే, హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరే హరే, హరే రామ 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 హరే హరే, హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరే హరే, హరే రామ 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 హరే హరే, హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరే హరే, హరే రామ 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 హరే హరే, హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరే హరే, హరే రామ 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 హరే హరే, హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరే హరే, హరే రామ 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 హరే హరే, హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరే హరే, హరే రామ 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 హరే హరే, హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరే హరే, హరే రామ 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 హరే హరే, హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరే హరే, హరే రామ 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 హరే హరే, హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరే హరే, హరే రామ 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 హరే హరే, హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరే హరే, హరే రామ 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 హరే హరే, హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరే హరే, హరే రామ 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 హరే హరే, హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరే హరే, హరే రామ 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 హరే హరే, హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరే హరే, హరే రామ 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 హరే హరే, హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరే హరే, హరే రామ 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 హరే హరే, హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరే హరే, హరే రామ 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 హరే హరే, హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరే హరే, హరే రామ 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 హరే హరే, హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరే హరే, హరే రామ 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 హరే హరే, హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరే హరే, హరే రామ 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 హరే హరే, హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరే హరే, హరే రామ 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 హరే హరే, హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరే హరే, హరే రామ 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 హరే హరే, హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరే హరే, హరే రామ 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 హరే హరే, హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరే హరే, హరే రామ 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 హరే హరే, హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరే హరే, హరే రామ 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 హరే హరే, హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరే హరే, హరే రామ 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 హరే హరే, హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరే హరే, హరే రామ 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 హరే హరే, హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరే హరే, హరే రామ 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 హరే హరే, హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరే హరే, హరే రామ 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 హరే హరే, హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరే హరే, హరే రామ 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 హరే హరే, హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరే హరే, హరే రామ 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 హరే హరే, హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరే హరే, హరే రామ 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 హరే హరే, హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరే హరే, హరే రామ 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 హరే హరే, హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరే హరే, హరే రామ 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 హరే హరే, హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరే హరే, హరే రామ రామ
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Mahamantram ki
Jai.
Yes, some of you can sit here also. Thank you. It's coming in between, is it?
Yeah.
So can you keep this here?
Keep it.
Yeah. I'll take care of this one. You're not kept it properly.
Straight here.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Opening.
ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातां सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्ण चैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेशा गोपिका कान्ता राधा कान्ता नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचना गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे।
ప్లీజ్ రిపీట్ ఆఫ్టర్ మీ. అందరు నా తర్వాత చెప్పండి గట్టిగా. ఓం నమో భగవతే వాసుదేవాయ.
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 నారాయణం నమస్కృత్య నరం చైవ నరోత్తమం దేవీం సరస్వతిం వ్యాసం తతో జయముదీరయే. నష్టప్రాయేషు అభద్రేషు నిత్యం భాగవత సేవయా భగవతి ఉత్తమ శ్లోకే భక్తిర్భవతి నైష్టికీ. కృష్ణాయ వాసుదేవాయ దేవకీ నందనాయ చ నందగోపకుమారాయ గోవిందాయ నమో నమః. నమః పంకజనాభాయ నమః పంకజమాలినే నమః పంకజనేత్రాయ నమస్తే పంకజాంగ్రయే నమో మహావదన్యాయ కృష్ణ ప్రేమ ప్రదాయతే కృష్ణాయ కృష్ణ చైతన్య నామినే గౌరత్విషే నమః. నమో బ్రాహ్మణ్యాయ దేవాయ గౌ బ్రాహ్మణాహితాయ చ జగద్హితాయ కృష్ణాయ గోవిందాయ నమో నమః. నమః ఓం విష్ణుపదాయ కృష్ణ పృష్ఠాయ భూతలే శ్రీమతే భక్తి వేదాంత స్వామినితి నామినే. నమస్తే సరస్వతీ దేవే గౌరవాణి ప్రచారిణే నిర్విశేష
निर्विशेष शून्यवादी
पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिमित्रपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुदिनकारिणं श्री परमानंद माधवं श्री चैतन्य ईश्वरम् ओम पवित्रो पवित्रो वा सर्वावस्थं गतोऽपि वा यत्स्मरेत् पुण्डरीकाक्ष सभ्याभ्यन्तरं सुचे श्री विष्णु श्री विष्णु श्री विष्णु चेतोदर्पणमार्जनं भवमहाद्वावाग्निर्वापनं श्रेयकैव चन्द्रिकावतरणं विद्यावधूजीवनम् आनन्दाम्बुधिवर्धनं प्रतिपदं पूर्णामृतस्वादनं सर्वज्ञस्थपनं परं विजयते श्रीकृष्ण संकीर्तनं नाम बहुला निज सर्वशक्ति तत्रातिपा नियमिता स्मरणेन काल एतादृशी तव कृपा भगवन् ममापि दुर्दैवमिदृशं इह जानन्मुदागः तृणादपि सुनीचेन तरोरपि सहिष्णुना अमाननीयमानदेन कीर्तनेय सदा हरि न धनं न जनं न सुन्दरीं कवितां वा जगदीश कामये मम जन्मनीश्वरे भवतः भक्तिरवैतकी त्वयि वैनन्दतन्यकिङ्करपतितमां विषमेन भवाम्बुधौ कृपया तव पादपङ्कजधूलिसदृशं विचिन्तया नयनं गलदश्रुधारया वदनं गद्गदरुधाय गिरा जन्मचितं वपुकदा तव नाम ग्रहणे भविष्यति युगायितं निमिषेण चक्षुषा प्रदर्शायितं शून्यायितं जगत्सर्वं गोविन्दं विरहे रमे आश्लिष्य वा पादरतं विनस्तु मामादर्शनं महतां करोतु वा यथा तथा विदधतो लम्पतो मात्प्रणनाथस्तु एव नापरा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे Hare Krishna. Thank you for all devotees who come this far. I know it's a little far away, but you all made it. I'm very grateful, happy to see familiar faces. It gives me some really feeling of a family whenever I see all of us together, isn't it? Doesn't it give all of you? Yes. So wherever we go, we see each other and we feel comfortable. That becomes our home. And I'm very grateful to Rama Mataji and Prabhuji Pair Krishna Varma Prabhu. Please forgive me, Krishna Varma Prabhu and their whole family, their sons, their daughter-in-laws, granddaughters, grandsons, everybody in this beautiful house where they have called us. This house is beautiful. Isn't it beautiful?
Yes.
Because the most beautiful personalities are right sitting here. Radha Sneha Bihari. Isn't it? Every morning I get a picture from Mataji. She sends it. I think somewhere around 4 or 5 o'clock I get this picture, right? So she wakes up every morning. They get a new dress every day. Different dress every day. Yeah. And that's the only reason I'm here. Because they are so attractive. How can I not come and take blessings of Radha Sneha Bihari? Right? So wherever Radha Sneha Bihari are there, that is a temple. That house is a temple. So this house is the temple, and they are the owners of the house. So what is the villa number?
172.
Villa number 172. 172. Who are the owners? Simple. It is that simple. Right? Who are the owners of 172? Yes. Then we all will be happy in this villa. Then we will be happy in this world also. As long as we think that this thing belongs to us, we'll never be happy. Kya bro, Prem? Am I right? Yes. If you think that this villa is ours, then some problems will come, and we have to solve those problems. Isn't it? We have to solve those problems. But if you think that it is Krishna's house, then he will settle all the problems. It is not our problem anymore. Isn't it? Exactly like Pandavas. They said, Krishna, you decide whether we should get property or not, whether we should get a house or not. Right? You decide. And then it became Krishna's problem. Krishna was like, hey, I told you to rule. Why are you putting me in between? I never wanted any property. I never wanted any. So Krishna never wanted any property. He did not even become the king of Dwarka, though they call him Dwarkadhish. But he made his grandfather, what's his name? Ugrasena. Said, you take care of the kingdom. I have many other matters to deal with. Right? So he never claimed the property. He never wanted anything to be known behind him. Because anyway, everything belongs to him only. Right? But when Pandavas told, somebody who doesn't want to deal with property issues, is suddenly told, go and settle our dispute. It's not something that they want to do, isn't it? Same way, when Pandavas told Krishna, please, you decide whether we should have a kingdom or no. And you go and negotiate whatever we need to get. And Krishna had to accept it. I said, okay, I'll do it for my devotees. Right? So that's why, and Pandavas became very relieved. When Krishna went to Hastinapur to negotiate the deal, Telugu and I'll try to, it's important points I'll tell you. Yeah. I think everybody follows it, English. Yes, Haribo. Yeah. So, yes, let's come in. Yeah. So when Krishna went to settle the dispute of Indraprastha versus Hastinapur, Pandavas were nicely sleeping in what is the place? No, they were in. I think they were in Draupadi's in-laws place at that time. Right? Oh, no, they were in Virat King's place. Yes, that's where they finished their Agyatavasam. They were nicely. After they told Krishna, you go and decide. They relaxed. No, Krishna is in tension. Arey Bapre, these people, they have to get their kingdom. They are Kshatriyas. They should get their kingdom. And he went and settled all the disputes. Isn't it? Same way, brothers and messages, whatever little we have, or whatever more we have, or whatever we have, as long as we say it belongs to Krishna, right, we'll never be in anxiety. He will settle all the disputes. Right? Name Bhakta, my devotee never perishes. He will make sure that we are continuing our devotion. Krishna will do anything for us to continue our devotion. For us to make sure that we chant the Hare Krishna mantra properly. He will do anything that's needed in our life. If we lose our seriousness, he knows how to cure us or pinch us or press that button that will make us chant properly. Right? I don't know how many of you have experienced in your life, but whenever I was getting relaxed about my chanting, immediately Krishna did some small treatment. Immediately, Krishna, I understood that. Back to normal. Hare Krishna. Then now it's become more attentive. And that's needed because Krishna will do that. Right? And he will also make sure that Hamara roti kapda makan is taken care. Don't even worry about it. If a Krishna devotee is thinking about roti kapda makan, then you are in big problem. You have not understood the greatness of Krishna. That is the least thing he'll do. Already he has taken care of it. I don't know how many of you know But last time when I went to Mayapur couple of weeks back, there was an announcement made after Mangalarti that now Mayapur management has decided that all the 3 meals will be given free in Mayapur. Can you imagine? Breakfast prasadam, lunch prasadam, dinner prasadam. And by the way, ISKCON prasadam is not prasadam. You can look at me and you can imagine. Right? ISKCON prasadam is not like prasadam. Full plate platter until you choke to your throat. Chalu prabhuji. Now Allah gadiga. Right? They'll give prasadam. Right? So all the 3 meals are taken care of. Isn't it? Okay. So what else do you need in life? Prabhuji, meals, paisa bhi chahiye na. Milega, paisa bhi milega. How many of you want the employment in Mayapur? Lift your hand. I'll talk to people. You'll get some job there. Not a problem. But job will not pay you in lakhs. Right? It will not pay in lakhs. It will pay you in billions. Lakhs is not Krishna's language. Right? Billions of happy smiles and happy services you'll get. You can become a guide in Mayapur. I was speaking to one devotee who took us around. And he's a guide. He's getting 12,000 rupees and some tips here and there. Every day he goes across the Ganga, he goes to this Dvipa, Rudra Dvipa, everywhere. He takes devotees, he nicely shows them everything. Right? And on the way, when the devotees want to have some Nariyal Kapani, he'll also get Nariyal Kapani. Right? And then he'll get Prasadam. Every day he comes back. 6 o'clock his duty is relieved. After that, what does he know? He'll go and do Kirtan. Right? He'll do Kirtan, his wife, his children, they all live in Mayapur. I'm very happy. 3 meals taken care. Whatever little money is needed for buying dhoti and kurta is taken care. Accommodation is behind Bhaktivinoda Thakur's house on the other Dvipa. Very simple and small rent. You can get it there. Done. Kya chahiye? Why do we need to become IIT, ISB? I don't know. Why do we need to?
Family ki peru prakyatal kavali ko.
Peru prakyatal kavali. I mean, I'm not saying don't do IIT, ISB. But if your IIT, ISB or whatever be is not resulting into this bhakti, right? Then you will be in anxiety all the time. If a global recession comes, everybody loses their jobs. Do you think that devotee will be in anxiety?
No.
Every day he'll go to Rudra Dvipa, he'll go to Kola Dvipa, he'll go to this Dvipa, he'll go to Shiva Sangani, he'll do Harinam, he'll come back. Taking it. So Krishna is taking care of everything. When we are depending on Krishna, we have no anxiety. Krishna మీద నమ్మకం ఉన్న వాళ్ళు ఆనందంగా ఉంటారు. కృష్ణుడి మీద నమ్మకం లేని వాళ్ళు ఎంత ఎట్లాంటి ఇంట్లో ఉన్నా, చిన్న ఇంట్లున్నా, పెద్ద ఇంట్లున్నా డేంజరస్ గా భయపడుతూ బతుకుతారు. When Krishna is happy, he'll take care of everything. And that's our greatest insurance in life. That's our greatest insurance. I like this villa a lot, really.
Yeah.
I really like this villa. 2 reasons I like this villa. One is it has a lot of space for people to sit and do satsang. I have seen villas, like small, such a big house, small hall. It's very difficult to accommodate many. The more the place, the more the better. Easily we can accommodate 600 people here. Really, we really think no? Yes. Some people can keep coming and going also in the lift. Hare Krishna here, Hare Rama there. Yeah,
Balcony.
Yeah. Balcony class also is there. Yeah. So much is there. So much place is there. You open the curtains, you can sit outside also. Yeah. And actually, yeah. So this is the perfection, right? House and illa ante namman undali. And I can tell you one thing. This is the only villa maybe so many people are coming. Right? Otherwise, most of the villas nobody opens the door also. But that is the society we are living in. Right? In America, there is a house in New Jersey. My relatives live there. It's 7-bedroom villas. I don't know if you've seen. Have you seen anybody? 7-bedroom villas. I don't know, Saptarishis live there or 7-bedroom villas. Right? And this, my relative's family, it is husband, wife, and 2 children. And all of them sleep in 1 bedroom only. 6 bedrooms, ghosts are living. I don't know. I went there, I was like, what is this place? And then they have a huge basement. Right? People have basements in that part of the world. And the basement is huge, this corner to that corner. Like, I was thinking, my God, if I get this villa, 2,000 people can sit in there. It would be like so nice. But the most unfortunate thing is, I told that person, tell Hare Krishna. Hey Krishna, Hare Krishna, hey Krishna, nee karma jeepi. Karma. Hare Krishna చెప్పడానికి నాకు రాట్లేదు. అట్లా శాపం. It's a curse that people can't chant Hare Krishna. Right? When everybody comes and we celebrate our times in this house, then the house is so nice. Isn't it? ఇది ఇల్లు అంటే ఏంటి? సాధువుల ఇంటికి రావాలి, పక్కింటి వాళ్ళ ఇంటికి రావాలి, ముందింటి వాళ్ళ ఇంటికి రావాలి, వచ్చి ఇక్కడ భజన చేయాలి, ఆనందంగా భజన చేయాలి. రైట్? అందరూ బయటకు వెళ్ళేటప్పుడు ఎంతో ఆనందంగా వెళ్ళాలి. అబ్బా, ఈ ఇంటికి వెళ్తే ఎంత ఆనందం వచ్చింది, ఈ ఇంటికి వెళ్తే నాకు ఎంత భక్తి వచ్చింది, ఇంటికి వెళ్తే కృష్ణుడి గురించి విన్నాను. రైట్? ఐ హర్డ్ అబౌట్ కృష్ణ. దట్ ఈస్ ద హౌస్. Right? Otherwise, if normal materialistic people, what do? They call this villa number 261, 361, a bottle is going to right? 261, 361, let's say here, bottle is going to first peg, bound randi. Second peg, etno randi. Third peg, no over. Fourth peg, nakante bound illu. Nee kante bound na illu. Right? Fifth peg, what? There is no happy and love. Even levu, prema levu. ఆ క్షణం వరకే. భౌతిక ప్రపంచంలో ఉన్న సంబంధాల్లో ఎటువంటి ప్రేమ సంతోషం లేదు. కానీ భజన పాడినప్పుడు, మనందరం కలిసి సత్సంగం చేసుకున్నప్పుడు, వీళ్ళంత అందంగా ఉంది. రాధాకృష్ణ ఉన్నారు ఆయనకి. రైట్? రాధాకృష్ణ అంటే దిస్ ఇస్ హ్యాపీనెస్. దట్ ఈస్ ద పర్పస్ ఆఫ్ ఎ హౌస్. ఇల్లుకి పెళ్లి చేసుకోవడం కూడా కారణం రాధాకృష్ణ సేవనే. When a marriage happens, two bodies don't get married, two souls get married. The mantras that are chanted in a marriage, is not for the bodies, it's for the souls. That these two souls should become Krishna conscious and go back home, back to God. Right? All the mantras are about souls. In fact, all the Vedic mantras are about souls only. Rarely you see any one mantra where they say bodily aspect. But it's all about souls. Right? And what is the goal of life? All of us are going to leave one day. One day all of us are going to leave. There is no doubt about it. Of this there is no doubt. Right? Are you sure? I mean, everybody is agreeing? Yes. So when someone goes, Dave, I think yesterday we went to Prasad Prabhu's mother's thing, right? Mother's 11th day. So when somebody dies, what do people come and ask? When somebody dies in the house, it doesn't speak. Then our next question? It doesn't speak. Right? Inke question? Inka ardham kakapote it doesn't speak. It doesn't speak. Right? But nobody is asking the question, ekkadiki potadu? Where will he go? Right? Everybody is asking a question, how he died. Normally people ask the question, how he died, right? Or when he died, but nobody is asking a question, where will he go? Right? ఈ చనిపోయిన మనిషి ఎక్కడ పోతాడు? అది చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్ క్వశ్చన్, isn't it? నిన్నటి వరకు ఇక్కడ ఉండేవాడు, తిరిగేవాడు, విల్ల నెంబర్ 261 తిరిగేవాడు, ఎక్కడ పోయినప్పుడు? ఇప్పుడు ఎక్కడ పోయిండు అన్న క్వశ్చన్ ఎవరు అడగట్లేదు. పోయిండని క్వశ్చన్ అడుగుతున్నారు, ఎలా పోయినా అడుగుతున్నారు, ఇప్పుడు ఎక్కడ పోయినా అడుగుతున్నారు. అవునా? ఆ క్వశ్చన్ ఆన్సర్ భగవద్గీతలో ఉంది. మనం ఎంత పెద్ద చదువు చదివినా ఆ క్వశ్చన్ ఆన్సర్ తెలియకపోతే, however educated we are, if we don't know the answer of where we are going after death, then we are fools. Krishna is saying we are fools. And we are very fortunate that is divine grace. A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada has told us where we will go. Right? భగవద్గీత చదివిన వాడికి నెక్స్ట్ గమ్యం ఏంటో తెలుస్తుంది. You will understand where you will go. That's such an important information. So that we all can prepare to go there. Isn't it? It's very important. How many feel it is important? Where we will go? Yes, it's important. See, you're living such a good life, and after this life, if you get a horrible life, what is the use of living a good life now? You should plan for future also, right? So the people who plan for future learn Bhagavad Gita and lead a life according to the principles of Bhagavad Gita. You don't compromise. And for them, the question of where you will go is not applicable because they know where they'll go. They'll pakka go back home, back to Krishna. Yesterday, how many of you came to Gauranga Darshan Prabhu's lecture? Amazing lecture, isn't it? The supreme shelter. So beautifully explained. That if you're taking shelter of Krishna, he will take you to his place. He's eager to take. Krishna is very eager to take us to Godhead. Hare Krishna. Please, you can come here. Yeah. Settle down. Right? Krishna is very eager. God is very eager to take us. We should become ready to go. Yeah. You come and please. Right? God is very eager to take us. We should be eager to go also. How many here are ready to go? Isn't it? And ready ante double vaste atla ready kaadu. Everything is going good. Anni manchi undale. Avuna? మొత్తం ఎన్ని పనులు ఉంటే 36 36లో 10 వేల తర్వాత నేను పోతానంటే కూడా అర్థం. అవునా? నడిగిపోయిన తర్వాత కృష్ణ నేను నీ దాసిన నువ్వు ఇప్పుడు నీ పే చేసుకుంటున్నాను చూసుకుని వృద్ధనారే పతివ్రత కాదు. మంచి సిచ్యువేషన్ లో ఉన్నప్పుడు అన్ని ఉన్నప్పుడు కృష్ణ ఇస్ కమింగ్ నాకింగ్ డోర్. వస్తావా? విల్ యు కమ్? హౌ మెనీ ఆర్ రెడీ టు గో? రియల్లీ వెరీ నైస్. వెరీ హ్యాపీ టు హియర్. Satsang lectures are working. Or my torture is working. Yes, we should be ready to go. Idantha vadilechi vellipovali. Ek kshanayana, any moment we should be ready to go. Right? Because we cannot be happy here. That we should understand. No matter how much planning you do in life, no matter how much planning you do in life, whatever investment you do in life, whatever situation that you have, whatever business you have, everything can collapse in 1 second. 1 second. Then people sort of, oh, 1 second, what can happen? I have plot here, I have land here, I have villa here, flat here. How can 1 second? Everything can go away in 1 second. That is Krishna. Right? Because everything is temporary here. Everything is temporary. Isn't it? So in this 13th chapter of Bhagavad Gita that we are discussing, Krishna is giving a very important knowledge. 13th chapter. It's about Jnana Chakshu. Jnana Chakshu. And 13th chapter's 5th section is completely a conclusion of Jnana Chakshu. Where he's telling who you are, who is God, and what is your body. What is your body, what are you, and what is God. Very clearly he's explaining. And then he's also explaining what is Prakriti? Right? Who is surrounding you in this material world? He is also explaining. Kshetra, Kshetrajna, Prakriti, Jnanam, Jneyam. He is explaining what is knowledge, what is supposed to be knowledge, or what is to be known. What is Kshetra, body, and Kshetrajna, knower of the body. Who is Ishvara? This is very important. These 5 things are very important to know. Everybody, whoever has taken human birth, should understand these 5 things. Who are you? Who is God? What is Prakriti? What is Karma? What is Kala? A person who doesn't understand these 5 things is illiterate. Illiterate. No matter whatever material education you might have had, but if you don't know these 5 things, then you are an illiterate person. You are leading a life. Isn't it? You are leading a life in ignorance. Because death can come anytime. Death is not a negative topic, it's a very positive topic. I always say this, death is a very positive topic. Well, death can come anytime. See, you can have such a nice house, everything planned. Can anyone guess how death can come to me right now?
Shock.
Okay.
Stand, my right stand.
From the time I came, I wanted to ask who are the carpenter is, did he fit the chandelier properly? If it falls on my head over, finish. Death can come anytime. Right? The more the things we have on our head, the more the possibility of losing the head. Right? That is how death is. So we should be prepared with the right knowledge for the next destination. That is Vedic wisdom. It prepares for the next destination with full confidence. Right? So I was saying that I like this villa for two reasons. Right? One reason is what?
Space.
Space. How many people can sit here?
700 easily.
No, 600 crore. Don't change the number.
No, devoted.
Probably is more enthusiastic. 600 to 700. Easily. Right? And second reason is, I don't think you need to have any security here. Because even if a thief comes and takes anything, till morning he'll be going in a gully here and there only. He'll never find the main gate. I was wondering finally, Paul, where is your villa? It's a beautiful community. Yeah, can everybody see this verse?
Yes.
Yavat sanjayate kinchit.
Yavat sanjayate kinchit.
Andaru chadavali. You can see the screen, you can read it nicely. 13.27. Yavat sanjayate kinchit.
Yavat sanjayate kinchit.
Sattvam sthavara jangamam.
Sattvam sthavara jangamam.
Sattvam sthavara jangamam.
Sattvam sthavara jangamam.
Kshetrajna samyogat.
Kshetrajna samyogat.
Kshetrajna samyogat.
Kshetrajna samyogat.
Tadvidhi Bharatar Sabha.
Tadvidhi Bharatar Sabha.
Tadvidhi Bharatar Sabha.
Tadvidhi Bharatar Sabha.
Translation. Please repeat after me. Translation purport by His Divine A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki
Jai.
O chief of the Bharatas,
O chief of the Bharatas,
know that whatever you see in existence, both the moving and the non-moving, is only a combination of the field of activities and the knower of the field. What is Krishna saying? O chief of Bharatas, know that whatever you see in existence, both the moving and the non-moving, is only a combination of the field of activities and the knower of the field. Means what is happening here? What is field of activities? Body. The field of activities is body, right? And how many elements are there in this body? 24. 24 elements are there. 24 elements right? 24 elements. And who is the knower of the field?
Soul and Super Soul.
We are the knower of the field. He is the knower of all fields. We are the knower of this field. Right? Kshetrajna can be understood as soul also and super soul also. Super soul, that he knows all the bodies. We think we know this body. At least this body we know. Right? So whatever that is happening, these activities are only an interaction between me and the field of activities. Right? Me and the field of activities. Let's read the purport. I have it. Thank you. Both material nature and the living entity, which were existing before the creation of the cosmos, are explained in this verse. Whatever is created is but a combination of the living entity and material nature. There are many manifestations like trees, mountains, and hills, which are not moving. And there are many existences which are moving. And all of them are but combinations of material nature and the superior nature, the living entity. Without the touch of the superior nature, the living entity, nothing can grow. The relationship between material nature and spiritual nature is eternally going on. And this combination is affected by the Supreme Lord. Therefore, he is the controller of both the superior and inferior natures. The material nature is created by him, and the superior nature is placed in this material nature. And thus, all these activities and manifestations take place. Right? So there is a spiritual world and there is a material world. There are two worlds. Rendu prapanchalu ఉన్నాయి. Right? There is a spiritual world, which is Telugulo ఏమంటుందండి? ఆధ్యాత్మిక ప్రపంచం. And there is a material world. భౌతిక ప్రపంచం. Yeah. So we are actually souls. మనం ఆత్మలో, శరీరం కాదు. Right? Very important basic fundamental knowledge in spirituality is మనం ఆత్మలో, శరీరం కాదు. Right? How old are you?
23.
23 years. ఏంటి ఆత్మ ఏజా శరీరం ఏజా?
శరీరం
ఏజ్. అవునా? మీ ఏజ్ మీరు యూత్ లీడర్. మాతాజీ మీ ఏజ్ అంతా అడగవచ్చా? మీరే 66. శరీరం ఏజా ఆత్మ ఏజా? ఆత్మ ఏజ్ కాదు, శరీరం. ఆత్మ ఏజ్ కాదు, మీకు ఏజే లేదు. అవునా? మీరు సనాతనం, మీరు అన్ని టైంలో ఉన్నారు. As a soul, you are there at all times. There is no age for you. The shariram in which we are will become old. It will dwell one day. It will go away. Right? Atma doesn't have any age. Right? So this Atma is traveling with body to body to body to body to body. We always hear this. Dehanosmi yatha dehe kaumaram evaram jara tatha dehantaras prapte tirasatranam yati. Right? We get another body, another body, another body. It keeps going on and on and on and on. There is no end to this. Right? Like if you see this kind of opulent community, Lord Krishna says that if you have not finished the devotion properly in previous life, you will take birth in a Brahmin family or in a very opulent family. Right? Or in a very opulent family. So if somebody is rich in this life, it only means he was maybe a devotee in last life and was not regular to satsang. Somewhere some mistake happened. And now Krishna has given all facility, given all the house and said, now become regular to satsang. Right? So that is how it works. Nobody becomes rich because you are working hard. Nobody becomes poor because you are not working. That is something that you learn in the next loka. That actually how are we becoming rich, poor, or whatever we are becoming in life, how are we becoming? Krishna will tell. Right? Yeah. 13.28. Samam sarveshu bhuteshu tishtantam parameshwaram vinasyat sri avinasyatvam vinasyat avinasyantam ya pashyanti sapashyanti Translation, please repeat after me. One who sees the super soul accompanying the individual soul in all bodies and who understands that neither the soul nor the super soul within the destructible body is ever destroyed actually sees. It's being told here that the person with knowledge, spiritual knowledge, actually sees. The person without spiritual knowledge doesn't see. What does this mean? So many people have eyes. చాలా మంది కళ్ళు ఉన్నాయి, చూస్తున్నారు, కానీ ఏం చూస్తున్నారు? What are they seeing? Right? Are they seeing the reality or are they seeing Maya? What are they seeing matters. Right? A person with spiritual vision, a person who has read Bhagavad Gita, actually sees. What does he see? He sees soul and he sees super soul. He sees Paramatma, he sees Atma. Right? And he sees that this Atma is traveling body after body after body after body after body. He is very clear in his vision. He cannot be disturbed. So when you know that you are traveling from body to body, will you be attached to that body? Will you be attached to anything related to that body? You will not be attached. Right? But if you think that you are the body, then you are in big trouble. Right? You will be in so much anxiety. Why you will be in so much anxiety? Because the body is temporary. I'm sorry. The body is temporary. Right? What is the biggest anxiety for people when they come into their 40s?
Hair loss.
Hair loss. I didn't say that.
Out of experience.
Out of experience. Yeah, hair loss. I'm sure Raghunath's hairstyle will be different. Right? No, it is different. You can't help it. Right? My hairstyle was different. Now it is completely different. Isn't it? No matter how much you try, you cannot keep the same body. Can we keep?
No.
You cannot keep. Right? So people are in so much anxiety because their body is changing, isn't it? They try to go to beauty parlors, they go here, go there, so much, fix their
Hair transplantation.
hair transplantation. You must have got options, you know. Yeah, so many options are there. But just keep it simple. I accept. Yes, I pay. Okay. Age nadustunnadu. My mother used to put hair dye for a long time. I said, "Enduke nika anxiety?" Ore, adese daridram. Right? ఇప్పుడు ఎంత అందంగా ఉంది. My mother, she's so beautiful. Simple అయిపోయింది. దరిద్రం వదిలిపోయింది. లేకపోతే మొత్తం వేసిన ఇక్కడ వస్తున్నారు. అమ్మా వచ్చింది. ఇది ఎప్పుడు ఎట్లా వేయలేదు వాడు. ఇప్పుడు ఎట్లా మిగిలిపోయింది. తలకే నొప్పి లేదు. Keep life simple. I'm not against hair dyes. I also want to put it one day. But I'm telling you that the easier you accept that your body is changing, the more relaxed you'll become. How many accept this? The more natural you'll become, right? So much makeup people are putting these days, they are hesitating to smile also. I saw one lady like, never else. They're not able to cry also.
Issues are
You know, marriage అయిపోయిన తర్వాత అమ్మాయి పోతుంటే అమ్మాయి ఏడుస్తుంది, అమ్మాయి తల్లి ఏడుస్తుంది. దాని తర్వాత జీవితాంతం మోడు ఏడుస్తుంది, వేరే విషయం. కానీ ఆ రోజు మాత్రం అమ్మాయి ఏడుస్తుంది కదా. అవునా? అది ఎలా ఏడుస్తున్నది ఈ మధ్య? ఏడుపు ఏడిస్తే నీ మేకప్ ఎక్కడ పోతుందో? మేకప్ కాజాగా It's struggle to cry. Your mother is not crying. She is also Betty. Photographers say, madam. ఏడుపు కూడా చక్కగా ఏడవలేకపోతున్నాం. అట్లా అయిపోయింది శరీరం. అవునా? But if you accept your body is old, you'll become relaxed. Isn't it? You'll become relaxed. In Vedic culture, we don't want to be bodily conscious. Simple. If you are fat also, it's the same dhoti. If you are thin also, it's the same dhoti. Just a knot will go from here to here. That's all. Actually, other pant eskunnam anko, abba. The tailor in front of your house will make a small villa by changing your pants. That's all. But if you are wearing a dhoti, no need of anything. Wahi dhoti aise maar, Prabhuji ready. Actually, Vedic culture was like that. Why? ఎందుకు జనాలు దోతులు వేసుకునే వాళ్ళు ప్యాంట్ కుట్టించుకోలేక కాదు, అవసరమే లేదు. సింపుల్ అలా కాండో వేసుకున్నారంటే అయిపోయి. There is no need for shirt also, isn't it? But the more we invest on our body, the more we'll become bodily conscious and we'll be in anxiety. You can't laugh naturally, you can't cry naturally, you can't sing naturally, right? In our satsang, everybody is great singers actually. You know, I keep hearing in the bhajan group. How many are not there in the bhajan group? Lift your hand. You are not there. Leah, bhajan group Leah. Please message to my wife.
Surprised that she is not there.
కొంతమంది ఉంటారు కానీ ఉంటారు అంటే పాడరు. పాడాలి అనుకుంటారు కానీ పాడరు. See, everybody can sing for Krishna. Right? Everybody can sing for Krishna. Some of us sing very beautifully, some of us sing in a little different way. Right? Punjabi singing, Punjabi bhajan also will come. Right? South Indian style will come, this style will come. Bhajapure mana South Indian. Oh, Bhajapure mana Punjabi. Right? So everybody's style will come in the bhajan. But it's good to be in the bhajan group. But I was amazed. Other day I was hearing Mataji, my wife played Lakshmi Mataji singing. I was like, wow, amazing Mataji, such a great singer. Very good.
By the way, in the aliens community, she is known as Aliens Mirabai.
Alien Mirabai.
Aliens Mirabai.
Aliens Mirabai. Yeah, and we should sing nicely for Krishna. Right? In every satsang, we want everybody to sing. Everybody is a singer. In the bathroom, somewhere you'll be singing. Every bathroom. Andaru singer. Kani, we should sing for Krishna. Bathroom singer. Yes. Everybody should sing. Krishna has given us a mouth. Krishna has given us a tongue, so we can sing for him. However we sing. How many of you have seen Malingam Airpro singing? Literally with passion he'll sing, Sometimes sitting in the kirtan, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Ram. I really like his singing. He's completely forget about the tune. Tune ya bhadne, I am singing for Krishna. Right? And somebody is more focused on the tune. Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, the Guru of Prabhupada, at one point told, I want a devotee like Mahalingam Ayapur. Because he will make me focus on the holy name, not on the tune. Right? Of course, Mahalingam Ayapur also sings very nicely. He's not here right now. Is there? Where is he? Yes, there you go. So, there you go. Today we'll get a kirtan from Mahalingam Ayapur. And that will take us back to Krishna. Because it's very clear on the purpose of the kirtan. How we should sing the kirtan? We should cry in the kirtan. Kirtan means to cry. Right? Kirtan is not about, some kind of musical finale or anything. No. One should cry in the kirtan. How Ramadas used to chant kirtans. How Annamaya used to chant kirtans. Right? How Prabhupada used to sing. How many have heard Prabhupada's kirtans? Amazing. Right? So much love Prabhupada used to sing. That is what matters. So anyway, the point is, we should understand that it is soul and the super soul which are there in everybody. In every single place, Krishna is there. Krishna is there. Every single heart, Krishna is sitting. And he is waiting for us to come back to him. Krishna is waiting for us to come back to him. And we all should make our plans. How many have made a plan to go back to Krishna? Actually a plan. Huh? Really? Plan banana? Yes, very important. If you don't have a plan, you can't go. Because without any project, without plan, will not work. Isn't it? So our plan should be how soon I can get out of this jungle of material life. And how soon I can use all my skills in service of Krishna. That should be our plan. Right? Retirement plan should be there. Is everyone planning retirement? Shama Prasimati, you also? Planning retirement? Yes. Everybody should plan retirement. Don't get stuck in this material life. You'll always be in anxiety. Plan for retirement. Early retirement. Right? And retirement doesn't mean what? Lungi and coffee. Retirement doesn't mean lungi and coffee. Retirement means I will use all my skills to serve Krishna. That is retirement. So how many are ready for that? Mayapur Chandrodaya Mandir needs at least 10,000 employees in the next 3 or 4 years. Do you know that?
No.
At least 10,000 skilled employees who are going to go and manage the crowd that comes there and make sure that everybody is nicely served and everybody is inspired and everybody is taken care. Right? So we all have a great job opportunity. But this job you'll not get by interview. This is one job they will not see your LinkedIn profile. They will not see. They will only see one thing. How surrendered are you to serve Mahaprabhu? If you are going there thinking, Endukrai Panjasuru, Manchi enjoy chesta Mayapur, you will go to Mayapur but Dubki in Ganga. Gone. Mahaprabhu will not keep you there. You cannot go to a dham and try to enjoy in a dham. Prabhupada was strongly against it. If you try to enjoy in a dham, you will become a pigeon or a bird or a pig in the dham. next life. Prabhupada told. Right? So we all should plan for a job for service in such a dham. Right? No, I'm not saying you have to immediately plan your retirement, but plan it. Right? Or stay in Gachibowli and start expanding satsang in every building. Yes. Service here and service in Mayapur is equal. Right? Prabhupada will be very pleased. I always used to tell in satsang, Tellapur. Now I am in Tellapur. Doing satsang in Tellapur. Right? No, see, I mean, now we have some, Praveen Prabhu is going beyond Tellapur. What is the place name? Kollur, right? Kollur only. And there is one more Krishna temple coming in Tellapur. How many of you know that? In their house. Their house is a temple. Right? So this is good. Open as many centers of ISKCON as possible. Right? How many centers of ISKCON are there in Gachibowli?
15.
15, 16? Yeah. And every house is a temple. Yeah, Prabhu? Your house is ISKCON center?
Yes.
Yes or no? Yes. Are you feeling pleasured? No, I'm ready. Prabhu is not like that. Yeah. So every house should become a center of ISKCON, where satsangs will happen, where everybody is inspired to go back home to Krishna. Right? ISKCON doesn't need properties. ISKCON needs devotees. Because automatically everything is Krishna's only. Right? We should use whatever that we have in service of Krishna. We should have satsang in every place. So why don't we expand? Why don't we expand? Everybody should become a preacher. Everybody should support a preacher. Everybody's, like this community also needs a preacher. There are so many sad people sitting in their houses. Somebody needs to preach them. How to be happy? Right? Just think about a Rath Yatra happening in this community. It's possible. Jagannath Rath Yatra is happening. It's going Rath here, there. Of course, somebody needs to guide the Rath, otherwise it's going around. Right? So, you can have Rath Yatra here. You can go to every single place and make the whole world. And this is what Krishna wants. When he's sitting in your heart, he likes to hear this. He likes to hear this conversation. Right now, the satsang conversation that we are having here, Atma and Paramatma both are enjoying. Atma is enjoying to tell Krishna my plans for you, and Krishna is happy to hear to actually make those plans happen. We cannot make anything happen. Right? Yeah. The next sloka will actually tell that. Purport. Anyone who by good association can see three things combined together: the body, the proprietor of the body, or the individual soul, and the friend of the individual soul, is actually in knowledge. Actually, what is knowledge? When you're able to see these three things. What are those three things? The body, the proprietor of the body,
The friend of the individual.
or the individual soul, and the friend of the individual soul. Who is the friend of the individual soul? Krishna. Is actually knowledge. Unless one has association of a real knower of spiritual subjects, one cannot see these three things. Those who do not have such association are ignorant. They simply see the body and they think that when the body is destroyed, everything is finished. A lot of people think like that. Oh, I'm becoming old, it's all over. No, it's not over. Next episode will start right after this is done. Right? But actually, it is not so. After the destruction of the body, both the soul and the super soul exist. And they go on eternally in many various moving and non-moving forms. What are moving forms?
Birds, animals.
Birds, animals. What are non-moving forms?
Trees,
mountains.
rocks.
Right? Yeah. The Sanskrit word Parameshwara is sometimes translated as the individual soul because the soul is a master of the body, and after the destruction of the body, he transfers to another form. In that way, he is master. But there are others who interpret this Parameshwara to be the super soul. In either case, both the super soul and the individual soul continue. they are not destroyed. One who can see in this way can actually see what is happening. Right? Those who are bereft of good association are truly ignorant. Yeah. What is that association that reminds you your true identity? What is that association? Satsang. People who don't have satsang can never know this. Can never know this. How many here are first time attending a satsang? If you're in. Hare Krishna. Welcome. Narvana. Yes, this satsang, Mirudana. Hare Krishna. ఇది మొదటిసారి బాగానే ఉంది హరిబోల్ హరిబోల్ యా satsang is the only place which brings us grounded, which keeps us on the earth, which makes us humble. Humble by saying what? That you are the soul, not the body. Simple. If you understand this one thing, if you remember this one thing, if there is some way you can remember this throughout the day, you are the most fortunate person. Because if you remember this, you will never be in anxiety. And you keep forgetting it. You keep forgetting it. Right? If somebody insults you, your wife shouts at you, what will immediately come out? Huh? Nandu dirtava. But if you remember I am the soul, then what will you do? It goes. Honey, right? Or your boss says your job is gone. What is that pink slip? Is it pink slip? I don't know why that color is pink. Huh?
It's in IBM.
IBM pink slip. Yeah. If you say you have lost your job, if you think you are the body, what will you think? Right? Biggest time, will I get another job or no? But if you remember that you are the soul, then how will you feel? It's okay. It's okay. I'll find another job. Because this is anyway, biggest job of this body itself will go one day. Right? What to speak of this job? Another job will come. Another job will come. Big deal. Isn't it? No anxiety. In earlier days, there was no anxiety for people. These days, so much anxiety. So much anxiety. Everybody, why is that anxiety happening? It's because we are not recognizing that we are the soul. If we recognize that we are the soul, there will be zero anxiety. I don't know, please try this. When something bad happens in your life, something you think is very unreasonable happening in your life, just remember, I am soul. I am just traveling from body to body. Right? And all these people who are around me, whether he is my son, or whether he is my husband, or my father, they are all different souls. We all have just come together in some kind of relationship. That's all it is. Right? Where is the question of anxiety? Tell me, will our parents last forever? Will our parents last forever? No. Will our children last forever? No. Nothing will last forever. And you can be surprised with anything at any time. Right? Especially, when I myself am going through, me and my family are going through some surprising things. Right? I'm sure many other families are also going through surprising things. Surprise of health issue or somebody leaving the body or something happening. Sometimes I feel this is very nice because I keep getting reminded again and again that I am the soul, not the body. Right? Otherwise, if everything is going on nicely, then how will we remember that we are the soul? Right? So sometimes difficulties are also planned by Krishna so that we remember or are reminded that we are the soul. When something really bad happens, one of my godbrother comes to me and says, Prabhu, that's okay. Krishna is there. And by the way, we are just going through a journey of body. Whatever is happening in this life is planned. It will happen. Don't worry. We are all there with you. Devotees will pray for you. Right? So automatically the difficulties go down. How many of you feel that satsang is going to help you in the most difficult times? Right? It will help you in the most difficult times. It will help you in the most happy times. It will help you in the most difficult times. Why do you think satsang can help you in the most difficult times? Because satsang knows who you are. In satsang we know who we are. We are not this body. We are the soul. This point is repeated again and again by Prabhupada. Just imagine how many purports Prabhupada has written. How many books Prabhupada has translated? Close to, I think, 84 books Prabhupada has written. 84 or 85, I don't remember the exact number. In every purport Prabhupada is writing, you are this soul, not the body. In everywhere. Everywhere again he is writing. Why? Why is he writing so? Because Prabhupada knows we can easily forget that. Because we are surrounded by bad association. We are surrounded by an association which will never tell you this. And which will always keep you in anxiety. Isn't it? Samam pashyanti sarvatra samavasthitam ishwaram nahi nasti atmanatmanam tato yati paramgatim. One who sees the super soul equally, present everywhere, in every living being, does not degrade himself by his mind. Thus he approaches the transcendental destination. So what is Krishna doing here? If you see Krishna in everybody, will you exploit that person?
No. No.
Right? అందరిలో భగవంతుని చూస్తే మనం ఎవరినైనా దోచుకోవడానికి ప్రయత్నిస్తామా? ప్రయత్నించం. Right? పండిత సమదర్శి. What does it mean? As a person who sees Krishna in everybody is a pandita. Right? So Prabhupada Mataji, after coming to Satsang, at some point of time, our consciousness should go to a point where we see Krishna in everybody. Whether or not he is a devotee also doesn't matter. Krishna is there in everybody. What to speak of every human being, in every animal, every creature also. How many of you, after coming to Satsang, are careful to not stamp even on a ant? Has that consciousness changed? Huh? Yes. Recently I went to, keep going to VSK. So I saw there was a big line of ants coming in to one place, and they were trying to pull the sand, dust, everything there. And I told the caretaker, how do we fix this? This is simple, sir. Somewhere on it. You put water and flush them out. I'm very concerned. I was never like this. But after coming to Satsang, after hearing and reading the purports of Prabhupada, now I'm seeing even an ant as very important. Why? Because ant is also a living being. There is no difference between ant and me. There is actually no difference between ant and me. Of course, size per se there is no difference. Right? But ant is also a living being. Ant is also eating. Ant is also sleeping. Ant also has a family. Right? Ant also has responsibilities. Ant also has so many jobs. Right? It is coming here, maintaining stock of food. I think in our school days there used to be a chapter called Ant. Right? How many read that chapter got marks? Yes. And they used to talk about all Ahar and Nidra Bhaya. Isn't it? How ants eat, how ants mate, how ants sleep, and how ants defend themselves. Isn't it? Ant also defends itself by how does it make its house? You see a small ant, that fellow will make this big house. Right? How many floors? See, we are 6 feet tall. Maximum we can go till 20 feet villa. Ant fellow is this small. He makes a 200 times larger house for himself. You see that? Yeah. But see the unfortunate part. He makes the whole villa and snake's house, and snake comes and grabs it. Snake fellow is such a chalu fellow. He'll not make a single house. He'll only keep occupying houses. Right? That is happening even in our human society. Isn't it? You buy something, you construct something, you want to live in it, and suddenly you know that this patta number belongs to somebody else. This is patta number. Adendi. Nee villa boyindi. Nee illu boyindi. Right? Illu boyindi. So many. I can see, recently I went to one hospital. Beside that, one apartment was constructed. 20 floors. And it is standing like that for the last 20 years. No occupation, no. Just imagine the dreams of people who have bought that apartment. Have you seen such apartments? Horrible situation, isn't it? Somebody, and those people who wanted to live there, they must have given their fortune, the half of their salary, so many compromises to make sure the loans are paid, everything is paid, but they'll not get that house because now it is into dispute, isn't it? The world is like that. You think you're getting something, you might lose it anytime. So, one who does not see this, his mind is degraded. Right? That's what it is. So your mind will always ask you for something to enjoy, something to enjoy, something to enjoy. But a person who can see that he is a soul, is going across body to body, and Krishna is with me, his mind is not degraded. His mind is very stable. His mind is very happy. Right? His mind is very, very happy. Thus he approaches the transcendental destination. What is the transcendental destination? Goloka Vrindavan, right? Or spiritual world, Vaikuntha planets. That's when you'll go. If you are attached to your house or your body or anything in this world, you cannot go back to Krishna. You cannot go back to Krishna. Right? And if you are too attached to your detachment also, you cannot go to Krishna. If somebody said, I am the most renunciate. Right? Somebody told in front of Prabhupada, what is it? I am the most fallen. Somebody went to Prabhupada and said, Prabhupada, I am the most fallen. Prabhupada told, you are the most nothing. You are the most nothing. Right? You are nothing in front of God. So being proud that you are renounced also is not good. Being proud is not good. Right? That's the whole point. I am not attached to my house. For some people, they also say, I am not attached to the house, I will go to Vrindavan. Have you heard anybody saying like that? Whenever a fight happens in the house, right? People say like that, right? That is also not right. Use this house in service of Krishna. That is better than you leaving the house. Right? We are not after leaving house. We are after using the house. Use this body. Take care of this body. I have to take care of my body. Because if I want to serve properly, I have to take care of my body. Simple. Right? You can't say, oh, this body is temporary. I will not take care of it. Krishna says in 18th chapter, it's a yantra. It has to be used. It has to be properly maintained so you can serve Krishna properly. Isn't it? Yeah. So for a devotee, he approaches the transcendental destination because he prepares himself to go to the destination in this body. Purport. The living entity, by accepting his material existence, has become situated differently than in his spiritual existence. But if one understands that the Supreme is situated in his Paramatma manifestation everywhere, that is, if one can see the presence of the Supreme Personality of Godhead in every living being or every living thing, he does not degrade himself by a destructive mentality, and he therefore gradually advances to the spiritual world. The mind is generally addicted to sense gratification. The mind is generally addicted to sense gratifying processes, but when the mind turns to the super soul, one becomes advanced in spiritual understanding. So, we don't have to do anything extraordinary to become spiritual. We have to just associate with spiritual people. That's all you need to do. You should have a satsang. You should regularly go to satsang, and automatically after some time you'll become spiritual. But you should be sincere in going to the satsang, listening there, making notes, trying to understand, applying it in life. Right? Then you'll automatically be spiritual. It's becoming spiritual or becoming material. Both are very easy. Depends on the association you are taking. Just this association. Somebody can become a devotee by just being around devotees. Just being around devotees, right? There are a lot of people in our society, ISKCON, where they did not go to temple to become a devotee. But they became a devotee. Without even their knowledge, they became devotee. Because they just like to be with devotees. Right? I went to ISKCON temple once, in Boston, in the initial days. And I went inside the temple and I saw there was some kirtan going on. Kirtan. Normally, you don't see that much in our normal other temples. You only see there is a Brahmana standing there waiting your gotram, your nakshatram, whatever you take, and then you go inside, taka taka taka, I'll come and give you something and done. And another famous activity that we do in temple is what? One bell. God only knows why you bring that bell. You will feel nice. Tang, aha, bon. Tang, 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 bedda undi. Tang, 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 chala bagundi. Why you are ringing the bell, you don't know. Right? But you like to ring the bell. Of course, some people say, I'm telling the God that I have come. Can't he see you? No explanation telada. Ganta kottali na. Katte avasam. Antudu telusinu vacham. Raak vachindi mahanbhavudu. Ra nayana. మీ దర్శనం ఇచ్చిన నాకు కృష్ణ ఏం దర్శనం ఇచ్చిన రైట్ సో యూ డోంట్ హావ్ టు రియల్లీ రింగ్ ఎ బెల్ బట్ సంథింగ్ ఇస్ డిఫరెంట్ ఇన్ ఇస్కాన్ టెంపుల్ ఇస్ దట్ ఆల్ ద టైమ్ దేర్ ఇస్ కీర్తన్ గోయింగ్ ఆన్ సో ఐ సా దట్ కీర్తన్ and in the Iskon Boston temple, I went to the Boston temple, there used to be some African American devotees. I forgot the name. One is Mahavishnu Prabhu and some other devotees. They and some of them belong to a football team. They play soccer, right? And then during Sundays they wear dhoti and come, right? So in that kirtan, till that time normally the kirtan was going on. You know, Hare Krishna, and suddenly the beat started. Hare Krishna, and suddenly people stood up. What is going on? What is going to happen now? And suddenly they stood up. And these African American devotees, they started doing long jump in the satsang. You know, in the temple, they're going this side, literally from where Funny Prabhu is sitting, he jumped till Pawan Prabhu. Can you imagine? Hare Krishna, like that. What kind of devotion is this? And then, you know, taka, they started jumping, they started holding each other's hands, big dance is happening. I said, I've never seen this anywhere. Then the devotee who brought me there was like, Prabhu, you want to come? No, I'll never come. I'll not come. What is this? What kind of devotion is this? You know, I don't know what nonsense you're doing, or whatever sense, you know. I don't think. I was thinking all those things. Without my knowledge, one of the African American devotees holded my hand and pulled me into the satsang. And then automatically all the steps of Telugu movies started coming. Right? And they started wondering what kind of animal we pulled in. He's supposed to just lift his hands and chant and dance with us. Now he's doing. The same tendency, I want to dance. But suddenly I was never getting a platform to dance. Now I got a platform to dance. Right? So I started dancing. And everybody started, oh, this Prabhu has come. So the devotee brought me there. He was like, hey, convert ho gaya. And next time onwards, I used to go to temple, wait, beat kab chalu karega, kab dance karega. This is called devotional life. You are with devotees, you will become a devotee. You don't have to do any extra effort. Right? He told me there is prasadam now. He said, I have dinner at home. I'll have dinner at home. And so I said, okay, they'll give some Drona prasadam. Right? And I went into that line. And I saw there are like 5, you know, the thin lane, remember? There are the stairs. There's to keep. So I wondered, what are the 5 things there? I thought maybe the same thing is there in all the 5 things. And they gave a plate. Big plate. How many have got a plate in temple? Nobody, right? Before going to ISKCON, nobody got a plate in temple. Now, any other temple we go, we expect a plate. That is the problem. We are spoiled devotees. Right? Any other temple you go, Ramana, the plate is right? So they gave a plate. And then the serving started. Pasta, pizza, right? Noodles. They used to make a lot of Western food in the Boston temple for some reason. Right? 99% congregation is Indians only. But they'll make Western food. Because of course there's Prabhupada disciples and you used to always get all those things. Right? I mean, like, they filled my plate. And best part is Atlanta temple. If anybody goes to America, go to Atlanta temple. In Atlanta temple, there are many Bengali devotees. Many Jayabadaka Maharaj disciples are there in Atlanta temple. And Bengali devotees are transcendental. I mean, every Sunday, just imagine a temple, they make 14-15 items. 14-15 items. they'll make to serve. And how many people will go to the temple? At least 300 to 400 on the Sunday feast. Right? And the plate size is what? This small. I always, you are giving 15, 14 items. Increase the plate size. No, ये plate में आ जाएगा, सब आ जाएगा. अरे कैसे आएगा इस plate में? So then you will go in the beginning. Oh my God. That is such a temple that you will get attached to prasadam and you will also get detached at the same time. How? First thing they'll serve is cake. Somebody's birthday, some cake they'll give. On that they'll put sambar. I was attached to the cake, it suddenly became detached. On the cake they'll put sambar, then on that they'll put rice, right? And then they'll put papad. On papad they'll put rasam. And then after that they'll put, some salad. I said, okay, nice salad dressing. Before you even see the dressing, they'll put dal on it. Right? And then after all, little mountain will form. The little plate, little mountain will form. And the final say, Prabhu, thank you for coming on Rasgulla. If you are fortunate, the Rasgulla will be on the top. Otherwise, after Rasgulla, one other translator will stand there. He'll put Baingan ka sabzi on the Rasgulla. Attached and detached, 14 items served in that plate. And then you will go there and you will think, where to start? Which side of the mountain should I start? So some taste should come. Right? I've seen devotees who take that plate, pura mix kar so mix the whole thing in half. What is the point in trying to find whatever that you're trying to find? Sometimes when you eat along with the rice, you also feel left side cake, right side sambar, in the front rasam. Right? This happens only in Isman temples. Unbelievable prasadam. Right? So, this is how you become a devotee. And I was so attracted to the prasadam. We used to live in a place called Greenville, which was like 250 miles away from the temple. It used to take us like 4 hours to go. I used to go every Sunday, traveling 4 hours onwards, 4 hours backwards, just to enjoy that mountain of prasadam. Right? And of course, beautiful deities of Gaur Nitai. That is called Nitai Gauranga Kshetra. It's called Panihati Dham. New Panihati Dham. Right? It's explained that when Srila Prabhupada came to Atlanta, he installed Gaur Nitai deities there. Gaur and Nitai. Day after tomorrow is Gaur Purnima. So Gaur Nitai deities were installed there. And there, the devotees, they say that when Prabhupada installed Gaur Nitai deities there, he was crying. He was literally weeping. Weeping. So many people sitting, he was crying. And Prabhupada is saying, they are so merciful, they have appeared here. They have appeared here to deliver all of you. Right? They will accept your service. But while going also Atlanta temple, when Prabhupada was leaving from there, he went to the temple president and the devotees, please take care of them. Please take care of them. They are the most merciful, the most benevolent. Audharya. They will give you everything, but please take care of them. Prabhupada was always very concerned whenever he used to install deities and go. Because who are going to worship them? All Western people. People who hardly know Krishna's name. They became devotees and now they have to worship deities also. They have no clue. Right? And Prabhupada used to do that. Even in Australia, it is explained, I don't know, Sydney or one of the temples, Prabhupada was very concerned after installing the deities. And he literally called everybody and said, please take care of them. I'm leaving them here. And he used to go and pray to the deities, please take care of them. I don't know what all they will do, but it is best to train. Devotees did not know anything. They were all new. Just imagine, who is the Prabhuji is coming to Satsang. How long are you coming to Satsang?
6 months.
6 months, and he takes sannyas. He takes sannyas after 6 months. And then he's in charge of the temple. Can you imagine the situation? And he has to manage the temple deity worship as per Pancharatrita Vidhi and all that. And he's like, that is at a pace at which Prabhupada expanded. Right? Hardly 3-4 months devotee, and 6 months they were given. Of course, standards were there and there was initiation. They have to chant and they have to take care of deities. Once Prabhupada told, make sure you serve deities nicely. And when Mataji, she was making puri. And she was going and giving puri to the deities hot. Prabhupada got to know, what are you doing? This is not a way. This is not a way to serve. You have to make the whole plate, go keep it there, and then close the curtains and offer. You can't keep going inside again and again. He said, no, Prabhupada, but I want to give fresh. I want it to be hot. I mean, Prabhupada understood the emotion of that Mataji. Prabhupada said, no, Mataji, I know you have a lot of love for them, but there is a process. When they are eating, they should not be disturbed. Like that. So many things Prabhupada went through to give them Krishna and to give us Krishna. Yeah. We'll recite this next verse. This is a very famous verse. Prakriti Kriyam. What is it? I don't know what's going on. Huh? Oh, okay. I was expecting a different verse. I'm sorry. Yeah. Prakriti Kriyamani verse is coming next, I think. Yeah. Prakrityaiva cha karmani kriyamanani sarvasha yah pashyanti tathatmanam akartaram sapashyati one who can see that all activities are performed by the body which is created of material nature and sees that the self does nothing actually sees. What does this mean? Prabhupada is saying that the soul will actually see that things are happening by itself. What does it mean? We are not the doer. So who is the doer? Prakriti. That's most important, right? The soul is not doing anything. It's only desiring. Everything is happening by itself. The soul is just sitting and desiring. I want this. I want to enjoy this. Who is arranging for everything? Prakriti. Material nature is arranging everything. Right? But if you think that you are the doer, you are only desiring. You are a certain portion of doer, but you are not the real doer. Everything is happening as per the Prakriti. The three modes of material nature come into action. Right? And your senses will start working according to the three modes of material nature. Everything will happen to you. If one is able to see this, he is actually seeing. He is actually seeing. Right? A soul is making a choice what it wants to do. That's all. The soul is choosing. Everything else Prakriti is taking care. You all follow? This body is made by material nature under the direction of the super soul. And whatever activities are going on in respect to one's body are not his doing. Whatever one is supposed to do, either for happiness or for distress, one is forced to do because of the bodily constitution. What does this mean? What is Prabhupada telling here? One is forced to do. I'll read it again. Whatever one is supposed to do, either for happiness or for distress, one is forced to do because of the bodily constitution. Anybody?
He is able to desire anything, and as per his desire,
body is given. See, as per, please hear attentively. So in last life you have done some things. You have desired some things. According to that you get a body. Now this body has to undergo happiness and distress, whether you accept it
or not.
Simple. This body is given to you. ఈ శరీరం మీకు ఇచ్చింది ఎవరు? భగవంతుడు. ఎందుకు? ఎన్ని కష్టాలు ఎన్ని సుఖాలు మీరు ఇష్టంగా లేకపోయినా పడాల్సిందే. You cannot make a choice now. Once you got the body, you have to go through it. There is no choice. You are forced to. Right? You can't tell that, no, Prabhu, but. You should have chosen that before. Over, khatam. You got this body, you have to go through it. The self, however, is outside all these bodily activities. The body is given according to one's past desires. To fulfill the desires, one is given the body, with which he acts accordingly. Practically speaking, the body is a machine designed by the Supreme Lord to fulfill desires. Because of desires, one is put into different circumstances To suffer or to enjoy. The transcendental vision of the living entity, when developed, makes one separate from bodily activities. One who has such vision is an actual seer. Right? See, the important thing here is when difficulties come or when happiness comes, both of the things are not in your control. Both the things are not in your control. When you will become happy, how many feel that in the month of April you will all become happy? Or how many feel you will become sad in the month of April? Are you planning? Yeah, you are planning some bit. Right? But whether it will give you happiness or no, nobody knows. Right? For example, in the month of April, I want to enter into a new house. I'm just giving you an example. Right? Everything is ready. My dream house. I go inside that. And suddenly one pipeline will break. None of the bathrooms are working. Will you be happy in that house? What was your plan? To be happy in the house. In the month of April. And till the month of June, the pipeline is not fixed. Right? Then what will you do in that house? Suddenly all your plans are... So who planned for the pipeline to break? Not Krishna. Your own karma. Your own karma. You will get happiness, you will get distress. And it is all timed already. It is all timed. So don't feel miserable if something bad is happening. A lot of people say, Corona aaya, that's why we all went, these people died. Corona came because of your karma. Karma took the form of a corona. It came and did its job. You understand? So many people, left their body, so many innocent people in Turkey recently. Was it an incident that happened just like that? No. Karma. Whoever has to go has gone. Of course, we all are there to help them, support them, pray for them. It can happen anywhere. But whatever is happening to us is as per our karma. That's the reason, knowingly, unknowingly, without even knowing spirituality, if something happens to somebody, in Telugu we say karma. But we don't understand. There's a great philosophy behind it. Right? When you win a new business, deal, you are going to make some crores out of it. Adi kuda nee karma. When you lose that crores of rupees, adi kuda nee karma. And all of this is planned. But the soul should not be affected by this. You should not be affected by this because the Atma, you're not the body. Right? Everything keeps changing up and down, but you should not be affected by this. That person is actually seeing. Prabhupada explained. That is the person who is actually seeing. Right? Tomorrow something happens to all your plans. Something happens to all your plans. Are you supposed to become distressed? No. Yeah, you get affected. Yes, my plans got upside down. But you should also understand that this is not in my control. It's all happening as per my karma. Whatever happiness and distress that I should get is there inside this body, and it will come out at the right time. How many of you are really healthy here? Lift your hand. Yes, don't hesitate. Avashakaram kaadu. I lifted my hand this Sunday. Because I lifted, I got ill now. Right? You can tell right now, according to my knowledge, I think I'm healthy. You can lift your hand. No problem. Right? No problem. According to my, I think I'm healthy right now. That's all you can think. But tomorrow you can become unhealthy. Or you can become more healthy. Right? Yeah. Your wife calls you to lift something in the house, and you always do that. To pull something from the almara and suddenly, I can't lift that. And suddenly you lift it. Huh? I become more healthy. I never thought I could lift it. Or you pull it and, you become less healthy. Right? Even your health is not in your hands. Everything is timed to provision of this. What will happen to your body at what time is already timed. So don't be surprised. Right? Anything can happen to us at any time. But a person who is spiritually conscious will not be affected by this. He will not be affected by this. Well, it didn't happen, big deal. It didn't happen. Right? Because his body is anyway going to cheat you one day. It is going to cheat you one day. I've seen devotees, they go through so much they go through. Even devotees they go through. But devotees are not in distress. But non-devotees, they completely lose their consciousness. They completely become mad. How can this happen to me? I am such a good person. I never did any bad to anybody. How can this happen to me? They go through the struggle. But a devotee understands why it will not happen to me. I am such a big nonsense. Why it cannot happen to me? Right? It can happen to me. And whatever is happening to me is not because of what I've done now, is because of whatever nonsense I've done in the past. Right? So we are very clearly, we come to terms with it. And if you're not coming to terms with it, then you should improve our chanting. Then we should read the Shastra more and more and more and more. Right? And as we mature more in our Krishna consciousness, we'll be able to face any calamity in life. Any calamity in life. This body is given according to one's past desires. Bhagavad is very, very clearly saying, according to past desires. So the body that you got right now, how did you get this body? How come one person is fat, one person is tall, one person is short, one person is fair, one person is, I don't know. Right? How come these differences are there in our bodies? Who designed your body? Did you design your body?
No.
How many here designed your body before coming here? I'm 100% sure you did not design the body. Because you have so many complaints, right, in the mirror when you look at it. How many went to the mirror, just looked like this and left? How many go to the mirror and they leave? How many leave? No. Itla. A mirror camera such isn't it? So many ways we test. Am I still okay? This side is okay, that side is okay. Right? You want to make sure that you are okay. Because you are not happy with your face. If you are happy with your face, you won't even look into the mirror. Isn't it? You won't look into the mirror. I'm happy. Spiritual people don't care how they look like. Because they know that this whole thing is temporary. Once Krishna looked at himself in Dwarka. No, not, in Dwarka. Yeah, in the palace. Lord Krishna looked at himself in the mirror. What is that mirror? The floor. The floor was so nice and so clean. He just looked down. And what did he feel? What did he feel? Yes. But what did he look at? What did he say? I never knew this. I'm this beautiful. I'm becoming more beautiful. Like that he thought. Nava Yavanamcha is always beautiful. Krishna is always beautiful. Right? And Krishna's devotees are more beautiful. Krishna's devotees are more beautiful than Krishna also. And because Krishna is attracted to his devotees. Right? And who is Krishna most attracted to? Radharani. Right? Krishna is Madana Mohan. Radharani is Madana Mohan Mohini. Right? He is even more attracted to her. And Radharani is attracted to Krishna also. Right? Radharani is attracted to Krishna also. There are many avatars in which Krishna comes. Many avatars. In every avatar he comes, he does different activities. He comes as Matsya, Kurma, Varaha, Narasimha. Right? So many avatars he comes. Sometimes he just comes to tear apart somebody. Right? Sometimes he just comes to fix the planetary system. Sometimes he comes to revive the Vedas, to save the Vedas. Right? Sometimes he comes just to show how he loves his devotee. He comes as Narshingadev. Of course, he also came to kill Hiranyakashipu, but he also came to... And sometimes he comes as Maryada Purushottam Ram. To establish Dharma, he comes as Krishna. Right? What is it? Yada yada hi dharmasya yane bhavati bharataha idham tadatmanam. Thanks to B.R. Chopra. Automatically, whole India learned this verse. Because it comes. And what is another verse that comes after this? Paritranaya sadhanam vinashaya chashikha dharma sansthapanaya sambhavami yuge. So in all these avatars, Krishna is coming to do something for us. right? In all these avatars. But there is one avatar, Krishna comes for himself. He comes for himself. Of course, he also comes for us. But specifically in this avatar, he comes for himself. In all other avatars, he has different weapons. To correct people or to attract people, he has different. What is the weapon Lord Krishna has? He has two weapons. One is Sudarshan, second is flute also. Through flute he attracts, through Sudarshan he distracts. In a way. Isn't it? Katham. Isn't it? Yeah. As Narasimha Swami, what is the weapon he has? Nails. With his nails he can do anything. Isn't it? As Lord Ram, what is the weapon he has? Bow and arrow. As Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, what is the weapon he has? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu comes and his greatest weapon is his beautiful form. He's so attractive. Gauranga is so attractive. More than any other form of the Supreme Lord, Gauranga Mahaprabhu is the most attractive form, they say. Acharya explained. Why Gauranga Mahaprabhu is more attractive, why Krishna is more attractive as Lord Chaitanya as compared to any other avatars? Anybody? Because he has a complexion of Radharani. Because it is Radharani appearing through Krishna. Krishna appearing with the mood of Radharani. No other avatars, this mixture is there. No other avatars, you can experience Radharani in that avatar. But when he comes as Gauranga, he comes like Radharani. And Radharani is so beautiful. And all the beauty comes into Krishna when he comes in the mood of Radharani. And as Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he comes, when the same Krishna comes as Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he gives something that no other avatar can ever give. Why? And what does he give? He gives direct entry into his house. How many of you take the keys of your house, you lock your house, right? Even in a gated community, sometimes I wonder, people have 10 locks in their house. Tap, tap, doom, doom, doom. Full music will come every morning when you open the door. As if people are waiting outside to loot. But you have so many locks. You will put all the locks. When you're going outside, also put all the locks. Have you seen anybody who locks his entire house and he has 10 keys, 10 duplicate keys, and he goes around distributing? You want my house key? Take it. You want my house key? Take it. You want it? And you go outside to secure it. Anybody wants my house key? Can anybody take? Does anyone does that? If anybody does that, what do you call that fellow? Pagal, why did you lock your door and why are you distributing the keys? Isn't it? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is distributing the keys of Goloka. He is distributing the keys of Goloka. Mad fellow, isn't it? He's a mad person. What kind of madness is this? He is distributing the keys of Goloka without even seeing any qualification. Whether or not you are attracted to Krishna or not, he's just going and giving. And once you get the key of a person's house, can you stop him from going anywhere in the house? You cannot stop him. You know that, right? It's not like, you tell him, okay, you can take the key, but you only remain in the hall. You can't say that. He can go to any room. So Mahaprabhu is giving the Goloka key to people who are most unqualified in this age of Kali Yuga. In this age of Kali Yuga, nobody is interested in God. Nobody is interested in God in this age of Kali Yuga. People only want what? What do people want? Sense gratification. Manchiga dinale, manchiga padukovali. Right? There are two most important things of any person in Kali Yuga. Acha khana, acha sona. But what is Durga Mata doing? Kharab khana, no sona. You get horrible food with pesticides and fertilizers. You don't know what disease you'll get. And just when you want to go to sleep, you'll realize there is office meeting scheduled. No sleep also. No proper sleep also. Isn't it? So all your plans are destroyed. All your plans are destroyed. You think that, okay, I'll work hard now. I want to settle my children, then I will enjoy. How many have that plan? That beautiful plan? Huh? I'll put my son into college. Once he settles down, then I'll enjoy. But then the real enjoyment will start. Right? Health problems will start. Huh? And your children problems will start. All kinds of things you have to deal with. And God only knows what all other problems will start. Everything. You can never be happy in this world. You can never be happy. Don't even plan for it. You can only be happy when you're in a satsang. When you're surrounded by devotees and there is Krishna in center. Then you can be happy. Otherwise you can't find happiness anywhere. So that's why Krishna is saying, make me part of your life. Pandavas made Krishna part of their life and they were always happy. Even in the forest they were happy. Right? But if you make Chaitanya Mahaprabhu part of your life, you'll not only be happy, you can give that happiness to others. It is so benevolent. It's the most attractive. They explain that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is to go and just lift his hands and tell people, chant the names of Krishna. Just looking at them, they would get Krishna Prema. He was so benevolent. He was so attractive. The greatest weapon of Gauranga Mahaprabhu, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, was his attraction. Right? He was so beautiful. Just by looking at him. He changed even non-devotees into devotees just by looking at him. Right? When Jagai and Madai just looked at him, I thought, who is this personality? Of course, he also removed Sudarshan for a minute. But then just looked at him. Oh my God, he's so beautiful. He's so beautiful. Right? That Mahaprabhu is appearing day after tomorrow. Day after tomorrow is Gaura Purnima. Right? The most munificent and the most giving avatar ever is coming. And every time Krishna appears, right after Krishna's appearance, Gauranga Mahaprabhu appears. Because Krishna gave a lot of theory in Bhagavad Gita. But how to apply that theory, Gauranga Mahaprabhu teaches through his own leelas. Right? Through his own pastimes with his devotees. He comes with the whole entourage of all his devotees and he does beautiful pastimes. Beautiful pastimes. Right? Today, I did hear the lecture. My wife was telling about Gauranga Darshan Prabhu gave a beautiful lecture in the temple about Lord Gauranga's travel to South India and how he interacts with all the devotees. You should hear that. Simple interactions, simple, beautiful pastimes with his own devotees, and he attracts everybody. But such a great, munificent avatar, Poser Matajis. Actually, in the age of Kali Yuga, none of us are qualified to be in a satsang. You don't have any qualification to be in a satsang. Because what good activity you have done, tell me? What good that we have done that we can attend a satsang and actually we can chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna Mantra, Prabhupada explained, doesn't belong to this world. It is a mantra that is chanted in the spiritual world. And that has been given to you. Actually, we Indians are sometimes very unfortunate also because we think it is very familiar. Rama, Krishna, Manolandi. That's how you speak, right? I mean, like, Rama, Krishna, we take it for granted. But when foreigners heard this, when Western people, when Prabhupada went and explained who is Rama, who is Krishna, they became so surrendered. And you'll observe, Western devotees are more attracted to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu than Krishna. Because they actually understood the greatness of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Most of us, it takes a lot of time to get attracted to Lord Gauranga. Because he is a Channa avatar, not known to many people. Lord Chaitanya is not known to many people. Many people know Krishna. Whenever Krishna appears, in the same Yuga cycle, even Chaitanya Mahaprabhu comes. So, Krishna appears once in a day of Brahma, which is after 8.6 billion years, Krishna appears. Krishna doesn't come in every Yuga cycle. Every Dwapara Yuga, Krishna doesn't come. Narasimha can come, Lord Rama can come, Matsya can come, Kurma can come, and so many other avatars can come. But Lord Krishna comes once in a day of Brahma. After 1,000 Yuga cycles, Satya Yuga, Dwapara Yuga, Treta Yuga, Kali Yuga, Satya Yuga, Dwapara Yuga, like that 1,000 times it repeats, then Krishna will come. So we are so fortunate that Krishna came just 5,000 years ago. If we miss this opportunity now to become serious in spiritual life, how long we have to wait? 8.6 billion years we have to wait. And forget about that fortune. Krishna appeared as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu 500 years back ago. 500 years. Just 500 years is what, Prabhu? Nothing. 500 years ago, Gauranga Mahaprabhu appeared, and this is a golden age. The next 10,000 years, already 500 years have passed. 9,500 years, free ticket to go to Goloka. Free ticket. Just take the key. Gauranga, you'll get a key. Go. That is the time. So this is the time we all should become serious in spiritual life. Gaur Purnima is coming. Right? We'll have specific discourse, specific discussion on Gauranga Mahaprabhu on that day. Be enthusiastic to come. Be enthusiastic to listen. Be enthusiastic to understand the greatest fortune we have. The most unfortunate people are those who are rejecting the fortune that they have. We forget about everything else in life. Take advantage of the situation. Right? That you are alive, you can see, you can do something, you can serve, your hands and legs are working. Do something for serving Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Just day after tomorrow, Gaurav Purnima is happening. We are celebrating in Praveen Prabhu's house, in Somavati's house, right, in Nanakram Muda. It's not too far from here. Some of you, Mirandra would also, right? Come and celebrate that this great Krishna is appearing. Right? I mean, we should grab that fortune. We should grab that fortune. How fortunate are we to get this? Right? Because no other avatar will give you that again. What Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is, how many conditions Krishna has? How many conditions Krishna has to go back to Krishna? Sarva dharman parityaja. Right? Continue. Sarva dharman parityaja. You can dharma patisna. There any obstacle that will stop you from serving me. He'll first check that. Mom? Ekam Sharanam Raja. Unko over and will. Can you see anybody else on this altar? You're not good. Nannokkanne ashrayinchali. Krishna is a very possessive, very straightforward, and very, very clear Supreme Personality of Godhead. Worship me, everybody else aside. Because he's like a possessive husband. So, you know what's a possessive husband? It doesn't want anybody else to look at his wife. But it doesn't want his wife to look at anybody else. Krishna doesn't want any of his devotees to look at anybody else. Tell me why. Why is Krishna so possessive? Is it a good thing?
Yes.
It's a bad thing. Why is Krishna so possessive? Because Krishna knows he is the only supreme shelter. Yesterday we heard, right? He is the only one who can save you. Nobody else can save you. From the cycle of birth and death. From the cycle of birth and death. Nobody can pull you out except Krishna. Nobody else. Everybody else can give you something. Right? You go to Ganeshji and say, please remove the obstacle. He'll remove the obstacles. But he cannot remove the obstacle of birth and death. He cannot. You go to Lord Shiva and tell, can you remove the father and mother of the whole material universe, me and Parvati? We are the father and mother of the entire Bhautika Prapancham. But I'm sorry, I cannot pull you out. Visa I cannot stamp. That visa has to be stamped by Narayana only. To get into the spiritual world, the only access is Krishna. And Krishna knows that. And when he really loves us, he is very clear about it, that don't get diverted anymore. Mam ekam sharanam bhaja. Surrender to me and I'll pull you out of this. If you again get attracted to something else, see, problem is we don't just get attracted to the devatas, we also wish things from devatas. That is the biggest problem. We also start wishing. We don't depend on Krishna completely. We are like that Monday to Friday batch, Monday to Sunday batch. What is that? Monday rozu nuvu, Tuesday rozu nuvu, and Monday rozu bike ride. Adi Tuesday nuvu pani chestavu, Wednesday rozu nuvu pani chestavu, right? We have distributed gods according to our own wish. Is that the right thing to do? Just think about it. Who works on Monday?
Lord Shiva.
Lord Shiva. Tuesday will not work. Huh? Who works on Tuesday? Huh? Hanumanji. Hanumanji got only one day in a week in constitution. 7 days, he got only 1 day. Who works on Wednesday?
Ganesh.
Huh? Huh? Thursday ho karu, Friday ho karu, right? Sunday ho karu, Saturday ho karu. ఇది భక్తి కాదు. వాడుకోవడానికి ప్రయత్నిస్తున్నాం భగవంతుని. Or we are trying out which works better. ఇది పని చేయకపోతే అది అవునా some problem has come in life. Things are not getting fixed. So you used to worship Lord Shiva. Shambho Shankara, Shambho Shankara, Shambho Shankara. Clear the problem? Shambho, 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 Shambho. Clear the problem? Shambho Shankara, Shambho. Clear. Okay, next day. Shambho pakka betting. Varkudu gatti Shambho. Next door. Inko. అవునా అమ్మవారు అంటే మనం ఏం చేస్తున్నాం ఇక్కడ భక్తి ఎక్కడ ఉన్నది భక్తి దానికే కృష్ణుడు అంటున్నాడు సర్వధర్మాన్ని పరిత్యజ అని ధర్మాన్ని పక్క పెట్టు మాం ఏకం శరణం ప్రజ నన్ను నమ్ముకో అహం త్వం స్వరూపాపే మోక్షయిష్యామి మా శుచ ఐ విల్ రిలీజ్ యూ ఫ్రమ్ ఆల్ ద సిన్స్ అండ్ ఆల్ ద కర్మాస్ యూ హ్యావ్ ఐ విల్ టేక్ యూ అవుట్ ఆఫ్ ద సైకిల్ ఆఫ్ బర్త్ అండ్ డెత్ రైట్ అండ్ హౌ వాట్ ఇస్ ద ప్రాసెస్ జన్మ కర్మ చ మే దివ్యం ఏవం యోగి తత్వతః తత్వాదేహం పునర్జన్మ తత్వాదేహం నైతి మామేతి సువార్త just saying నీ పునర్జన్మ ఉండదు ఇక you will not have another. Just listen to my pastimes. Just sit and listen to Krishna's leelas. Just sit and understand Bhagavad Gita, what Krishna is telling, and you will not have another janma. You will not have another janma. As simple as that. No other devata can dare to say that. Nobody else can say that. Nobody can do that. Inka evaru idiyaledu. Krishnudu ichedi evaru idiyaledu. Ishvara పరమః కృష్ణ సచ్చిదానంద విగ్రహ అనాది ఆది గోవింద సర్వ కారణ కారణం అన్ని కారణాల కారణుడు he is in charge of everything. If you go to Krishna, everything is solved at the same time. I know most of you have heard this many times. There are also new people here today and I'm trying to repeat some basics, but we also sometimes need to remember the basics. You don't want to get diverted again and again, right? We are very fortunate. మనం చాలా అదృష్టవంతులం that we are hearing the message from Bhagavad Gita. How many Indians have learned Bhagavad Gita? How many here are first time reciting the shlokas of Bhagavad Gita? Lift your hand. First time, isn't it? So many years you have wasted. You are lucky that you are still alive. You are getting this chance. Otherwise, you could have gone another birth. I don't know where you take birth. Where you will go, right? If you take birth in Somalia, how will you know Krishna? You cannot know Krishna. You know, they say that we Indians are very fortunate, not because I'm Indian, I'm a patriotic person. No, we are very fortunate because we have got access to Krishna. If somebody is not interested, for example, you know, you go and call people to come to Satsang. Go and tell them there is Krishna conscious Satsang happening. All of you please come. Villa number 202, 203, 204, 205. Please come, please come, please come. And they'll tell, no, we are not interested. Vastamandi, but they'll not come. They're not really interested. Another time you go and ask. Villa number 201, 202, 203, 204. Please come, please come, please. They'll say, no, we are not interested. Or they will not come. All this is being seen by Krishna or no?
Yes.
He's seeing, right? So Krishna also thinks, maybe this 201 to 204 are not interested in me. Isn't it? So what Krishna will do? Next life, I mean, they don't want to be disturbed also. If you go and ask someone, can you go and chant Hare Krishna mantra paartara andi? Right? If they speak like that, is Krishna witnessing all this? Yes. What will he do? He will not punish them. He will not punish them. He will make them take birth in Canada, in Uganda, in Antarctica, if there is place, right? He'll nicely give birth there. Because there nobody will disturb, no? Nobody will come and tell. See, Krishna also, oh, you want to enjoy, right? You want to enjoy. So go and take birth anyway. There nobody, you don't want to be disturbed by devotees, no problem. I'll send you to a place, no devotee will come. No devotee will come there. Nobody will come and disturb you. According to our preference, we get that country. Why only some fortunate people have taken birth in India? We have taken birth in India. This is also made as this is planned by Krishna because in last life we have done some great activity. We have taken birth in India. Feel very fortunate. But the most unfortunate are those people who have taken birth in India, but they are not interested in bhakti. Most unfortunate. Everything you have done. You have done everything in past life. You got a birth. Now you are not taking advantage. I don't have time for satsang. Right? Even new people are existed. Prabhuji, Satsang ఎందుకు రాడు? Prabhuji, అంటే ఏం దాని అర్థం ఏంటి? What is the meaning of that? Right? Be regular, right, Baba. You are saving yourself. Otherwise, Uganda is there. So many places are there. You can go there. If Krishna sees that you are not interested, that's where you go. Right? We'll end in a few minutes. What's the time?
8:45.
8:45. Nobody is telling me, Hare Krishna. Normally, my wife lifts her hand. I don't know why. Okay. Yeah. So, my only request will be to end this discussion is that please don't take spiritual life casually. We are all educated. Both our eyes are functioning, both our kidneys are functioning, liver is functioning so far. Whatever other organs are functioning so far, don't take it for granted. Use this human body to understand Bhagavad Gita. And use your tongue to chant Hare Krishna mantra. Use your wealth to serve Krishna. Use your body to serve Krishna. Right? Use your skills to glorify Krishna. Use your week to spend time with Krishna. Don't become unfortunate, because actually you are fortunate. Actually, we are all very fortunate. Very fortunate. All of us are very fortunate. Don't become unfortunate. Don't fall into the trap of what we are seeing around us. Because all this is temporary. All this is temporary. Your house is temporary. Your family is temporary. Everything is temporary. We have to do our duty. As a husband, we have to do our duty. As a wife, we have to do our duty. As a friend, we have to do our... That duty we'll do. But that's not the only duty. Our main duty is to become attracted to Krishna, surrender to Krishna, learn Bhagavad Gita, and go back to God. Right? Any questions? Or any reflections?
You were mentioning that we should be planning our things, but like at times it doesn't go as per our plans. So then what should we like? Should we really plan?
Keep replanning. Because we have planned, but already there is one other plan of our body also, right? See, now we have become spiritual, so we have a spiritual plan. But already when we got this body, there is another plan. That plan will not stop. Right? So you have to still make your plan work. Whatever changes happen, you have to do. For example, sometimes I feel, I should chant my rounds at a certain time. But something happened in the office. Something happened in the, some other family member. You slept late, you're getting up late. Then what do? You don't stop chanting, right? Then you go to office, do your chanting. During lunch time, I'll finish my lunch in 5 minutes. I get another 55 minutes. I'll go and sit in my car somewhere in the parking lot, finish my lunch. Right? Or I'll come home. After my dinner, I'll just keep everything aside. I'll finish my notes. Whatever way happens, we don't stop our planning, our replanning. And we tell Krishna that Krishna, in any situation you give me, I'm trying to be serious. That's all we can do. Rajan Prabhu says that if you want to swim, don't wait for the tides to stop. Right? If you want to learn swimming, you have to swim. You have to learn swimming when the tides are there. So life is like that. It becomes even more complicated, when we get married, when we have children, when we have grandchildren. It's very difficult to practice many things. A lot of things are not in our hands. But still, we have to prioritize. And that's why great acharyas also say, the most important spiritual time is early in the morning when nobody else gets up. All our bosses don't get up early in the morning. So get up early in the morning and do your spiritual practice so that you chant your rounds, do your alankarna of the deity like Mataji does alankarna of the deity. Right? At that time, nobody will disturb you. So finish your main part of your spiritual sadhana there, and then the remaining part of the day you can continue. Yeah. Did I answer?
Yes.
Any other questions? So everybody is charged up for Gaurav Purnima?
Yes.
Very good, very good. Should we sing one bhajan or should we wrap up? Is it too late?
Bhajan.
Yeah? Okay, we'll sing a bhajan.
Meera Mataji will sing the name. You say something. Meera Mataji would sing.
Meera Mataji?
Lakshmi.
Oh, Lakshmi Mataji can sing. Yes, why not? Yeah. Since we told. Yes. One second. What is going on? No.
इसके पंजे लगा?
Yeah, yeah. Got it.
Official.
Adi, you can see this bhajan? Yes. So you have to remove this from there.
I can put you.
Somebody
No, Prabhuji.
lift the wire. Yes. Yeah.
नवगौरवरं नवपुष्पसरं नवभावधरं नवनास्यकरम्
Namaste.
भक्त विघ्नाश नरसिंहदेव भगवान की जय। शिरोमणि प्रहलाद महाराज की जय। देव विश्वपाद ब्रह्म सुराधिकाचार्य स्तोत्र डिवाइन ग्रेस एसी भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। जय विश्वपाद ब्रह्म सुराधिकाचार्य स्तोत्र डिवाइन ग्रेस सिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर गोस्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। रामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। से बोलो जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्री सद्गुरु भक्तवृंद की ओम श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ राधा कुंड श्याम कुंड गिरी गोवर्धन की श्री नवद्वीप मायापुर धाम की पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र जगन्नाथपुर धाम की पुण्य क्षेत्र वृंदावन धाम की गंगे माई की पुण्य माई की भक्ति देव की कलियुग पावन तुलसी महारानी की हरिनाम संकीर्तन की ट्रांसलेंडल बुक डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन की ट्रांसलेंडल प्रसाद डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन की निताई गौर हरि प्रेमानंद all glories to assembled devotees all glories to assembled devotees all glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga Vancha Kalpatarubhyasya Kripasindubhyasya Bhaktanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavabhyo the Gaudiya Vaishnava ki. So let us thank the whole family, Prabhuji and Mataji, with loudly chanting Hare Krishna mantra 3 times for inviting all of us to their house.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you for inviting Hare Krishna. And the whole family, thank you. Thank you for inviting all of us. Sorry for any inconvenience we might have caused. Hare Krishna. So, where is the birthday boy? And yeah?
Everybody wants to know.
Hare Krishna. So, who is the birthday boy and birthday? Veera Mataji and Ajay Prabhu.
Meera Mata.
Veera? Yeah, come. That's okay.
All the children, please.
Meera Mataji,
Yes, Veera Mataji is here. Please come. Are they two knives? Are they two knives to cut? Okay. So Mataji, please put that thing. Yes. Come. Okay, let us sing our birthday song. Hare
Krishna to you, Hare Krishna to you, Hare Krishna to you, Hare Krishna to you,
Hare
Rama to you, Hare Rama to you, Hare Rama to you, Hare Rama to you. May you never take birth again. May you never take birth again. May you Krishna to you, Hare Krishna to you.
Vancha
Kalpatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhubhya eva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namaha.
Hare Krishna
To you,
Hare Krishna
to you, Hare Krishna to you, Hare Krishna to you. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol.
So we'll pray for their nice good health, we'll pray for their prosperity, and we'll pray for their spiritual happiness by loudly chanting 3 times Hare Krishna mantra from our hearts, so that Krishna will give their blessings to both of them, Veera Mataji and also to Ajay Prabhu here.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare.
How about the host?
Yes,
For the host.
for the host, Hari Bol, Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
So we are grateful, Mataji, Ramrama Mataji, for organizing this satsang. And I pray that many more satsangs happen in this community, and you all serve Krishna to everyone.
It happened because of the family. Everyone like it.
Hare Krishna. And if I spoke anything wrong, please forgive me. I am not any good preacher or any good teacher or any guru. I am very grateful that you all have patiently heard. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much.
Announcement. An announcement.
Announcement. Company.
ONV. VSK.
Yeah. So one night at BSK, please be. I'm going to send tomorrow the invite for Tuesday, Friday, and Sunday. All three together. And if someone wants to go satsang next week, please let me know till the slot is open. Next Sunday. Hare Krishna. Mataji wants all of us to bless their son, grandson. So Prashadam is outside. Please, all of us can go there and have the Prashadam.
Looking at me.
Very good.
1 minute, Prabhuji and Mataji, before you disperse to Prashadam, please can you sit for 2 minutes, please. Everyone, please.
Prabhuji.
I won't take much time. I know it's a long time. Please, kindly sit. 5 minutes is okay. Please. I'm really sorry for taking additional 5 minutes. Please, kindly sit, everyone. Please. Okay, I think a lot of Prabhujis and Matajis in Gachibowli Satsang, they have an impression that one night in VSK is only meant for Prabhujis. No, it is wrong. I wanted, because I came to know from a lot of Prabhujis and Matajis that they have an impression that it is only meant for Prabhujis. No, it is meant for the entire family. So families have to come along with Prabhujis, Matajis and kids. Initially, prior to Corona, we used to do that. We used to stay literally for one night on Friday and Saturday till lunch prasadam. We used to stay there and then disperse for Sunday services. So this again, we thought of having this event once in 2 months. Okay, January first week or second week it has happened. Now it is time again. I think for a lot of kids, the examinations are done. So I request all the Prabhujis and Matajis to come along with families or Matajis and kids to grace that occasion. So next March 10th. March 10th is the event. That is one night in VSK on March 10th. That is Friday. So I request everyone to be present by evening 6 or 6:30, so that we can have a long night. A lot of skits planned and a lot of events are there which we are planning together. So I request to give the counts for Fridays. And I know there are a couple of families who are leaving to other outstation on 11th. So unfortunately they are also inclined to come on March 10th and they are going to take the flight from there itself. So I request everyone to be there and kindly give the counts for Friday, and let us inspire a lot of other families for coming again in month of May. Are you in?
Haribol!
If you are ready and in, say loudly 3 Haribols.
Haribol! Haribol! Haribol!
It should the same loud Haribols should reflect in the counts. Okay, thank you very much, Prabhuji and Mataji. We can discuss the prasadam in there outside. Thank you very much.
Prabhuji, इसको रोको आप.
आपका है क्या? नहीं है?
मेरा क्या है?
కక్షేలా ఫ్లాష్ మైక్రోఫోన్ ఇది అనుకుంటా.
Oh, still not.